Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode on the Igniter SMP. My name is Darkjon, and we are starting things off here in the Mega Base. Yes, we're back here in the Mega Base, and we're going to be making progress on this beautiful thing this episode. We're going to be building a TNT autocrafter. We're also going to be turning that thing on, putting a building around it to make it look part of our city here, and we're going to be making a TNT shop to start selling TNT to other server members once again. We're also going to have a little check-in on Relic Runner and give you an update on how we're doing there as round 5 begins. Let's get into it. So, we have a TNT shop on the server, but it has been abandoned, and it was one of the earlier shops to come into existence. Right over here, you see this big old TNT block. Now, this was made by a server member who has unfortunately since decided to leave, and it's been abandoned. So this place has been out of stock of everything forever. There's no TNT in here at all. They were selling rockets as well, apparently. And oh my goodness, look at this. There's actual diamonds in here from things that they were selling. Yeah, everything else is out of stock. But this shop is in a funny place. There's only 2 shops over here. The Onion Convenience Store, which is also shutting down. It is no longer being stocked, and the shop will go because since this was built, we sprung up a bit of a new shopping district over here. And these 2 shops are the last sort of remaining remnants of the early shops in that particular area. They're all over here now. So I think what we're probably going to do is move the shop over to here somewhere. And wonderful, we've been selling tough as well. Always good to check in on the shops as we come on by. I think we also sold out of glow lichen in the lighting shop here, so we're gonna need to restock that. Yep, okay. Ooh, sold some beacons. And we've been selling some wood as well. That's great. So yeah, we need to get on to figuring out what we're going to do with our TNT. Now, as you know, I really love to automate everything, especially now that we have auto crafters in the game. We've been doing that throughout our mega base here. Behind me is a creeper farm where we're collecting gunpowder, and this is a sugarcane farm where we're collecting sugarcane. And right next door is our automatic rocket factory, so whenever we run out of rockets, we can just place and you take this existing shulker full of them, put in an empty one right here, and it will automatically auto-craft rockets based on the ingredients on the farms that are located right next door. And I think we're probably going to try and do something very similar for TNT, and I imagine we'll put it like in between these 2 buildings, just a little small structure here, but we're going to put quite a bit underground because we can utilize the TNT, of course. So we've got tons and tons of gunpowder being made here. Here's shulkers and shulkers of the stuff. And there's a rail cart here that goes off in that direction currently and connects up to the firework factory. So we could probably do the similar thing and siphon off some of those materials as and when we need them and put them into a TNT factory right here. We'll obviously need to get some sand, and yeah, we can do that by the old-fashioned way, grabbing a shovel, heading to a desert and filling up shulkers and shulkers of the stuff. But otherwise, we want to automate this as much as possible, and I think this is going to be a great way to do it by putting it super close to the gunpowder and just letting it do its thing. And we have an awful lot of gunpowder. Let me just go to bulk storage here. This is bulk storage for the gunpowder slot. So these are all shulkers full of gunpowder. So there's this chest and nearly 3 double chests of shulkers of gunpowder just from running that little farm occasionally. That is why we're making a TNT factory and a shop today, because we have so much of the stuff. We've got to do something with it. So I'm going to go around gathering some materials I know we're going to need, and we're going to do the redstone stuff first and get all of that in. As is often the case for these things, I like to hide them. We're going to put an attractive building around it, and so we're going to do a bit of digging. Let's get into it. So there is the redstone portion, at least, of the TNT factory complete. It is just a big hole in the ground full of redstone stuff right now, which I'll take you through in just a sec, and we're going to put a building on this soon. But first, let me take you through how this works. We have ourselves a little drop chute to be able to access down here and see what's going on, but it is a little dense, so I'm going to fly around in FreeCam and try and explain what's going on. So, the crafter doing all the magic is right here. This has the recipe in, and it has two sets of hoppers going into it. One coming from here, which is a shulker unloader right here, which is connected to this barrel at the top. In here we put shulkers of sand. The sand comes into these shulkers and flows straight into the side of this guy. And we have the same basically happening right here. There's the second shulker unloader. This guy is for the gunpowder. Now the sand we have to go and collect manually and put into this, so we'll be going out and doing some sand harvesting missions. I've just dumped everything I have in there for now. The gunpowder farm is right next door, so we've been able to connect that up. So this railway line here, if this dispenser that puts the shulker boxes of gunpowder into the unloader, if that ever runs out of shulker boxes, and there's just the final one there, this will unpower this torch, turning it back on, which will in turn send this minecart off and loop it back over here to the gunpowder farm, to the creeper farm, and it'll do a little circuit. There's a secondary thing here that will turn off this torch, turn on this torch here on a bit of a delay, so this rail here will flip, so this cart will come in, do a circuit, and it'll this will flip too, and it'll head right back out, drop off the shulker en route, put it in there, turning that off, and so that stays there. So we have an automatic system that redirects the tracks as necessary and allows us to pick up new shulker boxes of gunpowder on demand, and it still maintains this one. So this is for next door. This is our rocket factory. This does pretty much the same thing. When this system is out of gunpowder, it sends the minecart off on its way, and it will come out here and collect. So at the moment it'll just do a loop and go back around. So as long as these don't try and collect gunpowder at exactly the same time, which is very unlikely, then we should be fine right there. So that's the materials going in, and then we just have a bit of a clock at the back here. So I just used an Ether hop clock. It turned out having 5 items in there was the perfect amount of time to allow this craft to do its thing and refill itself. So obviously we're just going a single hopper speed here to get the things in, so every 5 items passing between is enough time for this to spit out a new TNT. And then we have some failsafe switches here, so we've got to make sure that there is sand in this hopper and gunpowder in this hopper. As long as there is, these torches will be unpowered, and that'll turn this line on, which in turn will lock the hopper clock in place. So that's a bit of a failsafe, and that just enables us to make sure we don't lose the crafting recipe in the crafter and it completely exhausts itself and sort of, effectively temporarily break. Make sure we've got enough material in the system, and then it will just pause itself if that's ever not the case. And of course, once we craft everything, the crafted items all end up in here. So they go into this pot, which goes into this shulker loader right here. And the broken shulkers go into this item elevator, which put things in this chest right here. That's it in a nutshell. Pretty happy with that. We've also got a manual on-off switch at the top here. That should turn the farm off. Flicking it again should turn it back on. I need to go and check on that. Maybe I've put the power to that in the wrong place. Yeah, me turning it off and on again has broken it. I need to go fix that. But that's it in a nutshell. Let me go and fix that last little thing, and we'll show it in action. Okay, that should have fixed it. That's the on-off switch now. So we power that, turns the farm off, locks the hopper clock. We're no longer crafting. Turn it off, and we should be crafting away. There we go. And if we just go check on the supply levels of the resources inside that crafter, 63, 64, 63, 64. There we go. That should perpetually stay totally filled. 5 items in there still, yep, nothing else fell in. I think we're good. Okay, and in no time at all, we'll have our very first shulker of TNT appearing in that chest. Right, now all of that is done, let us hop into another time lapse and put a lovely little building around this guy. Let's make this a proper TNT factory. this is a little bit different. That was pretty fun to build. Another absolute nightmare on the inventory management front. But let's take a few steps back and see what this thing looks like from the ground. Actually going to start off with a bit of a wide view here. So I did some additional sort of landscaping, if you will, that helps this thing sit into its natural environment here amongst all the other buildings. So we've got a new pond. Isn't that lovely? And some more pathways, and generally a lot of waterlogged areas. And this is only a little build, but it squeezes in between these others, and I haven't done full cliff face terraforming yet, but we'll get there. We've done a little bit of tone mapping here with some of the stone in between the gaps. But yeah, it's a very different looking build, and that was the intention here. It's like a little hut, and it doesn't serve much purpose other than being decorative above ground, and we've got the door down below that gets us inside and into this little old area on the inside to be able to get to the inner workings of this thing. And yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's another interesting build. I tried to incorporate TNT into the building itself. It's a little bit of a garish block, but you can sort of do this and get the end poking through the center there and a bit of the texture of the block. And yeah, I kind of like it. Vibrant, colourful, connected up with the neighbouring buildings, and yeah, feeling pretty good about this in general. I might put that door on the inside, actually. That's better. Yep, we can get in and out as the usual ways here. And while we've been doing this factory, our TNT factory, has been running. Check it out, we've got 2 full shulkers of TNT already, just while we were building this guy. I think we're probably out of sand. Yeah, there should be a shulker box right there. We're out of sand. So we're going to need to go to the desert. We can turn that off for the minute. And get some in order to make sure we've got enough supplies to do what we're going to do next. Which is going to be taking the output of this guy and populating a shop with it. So we're going to run off now, head off to the desert, and fill as many shulkers as we can carry with some sand. We've also got a sand duper on the server, so I'm hoping to sell 2 variants of sand here. More expensive organic sand and duped, cheaper TNT made with the sand. So we give people some options, because I know not everyone on the server is fond of the whole duping thing. So let's go gather some. Okay, the sand has been dropped off into the machine from the various different sources we gathered it, and we're going to end up with a whole bunch of shulkers of organic and mass-produced TNT coming out of this thing, which means we're going to need somewhere to sell it pretty soon. That is the next task on the list for today. We're going to build ourselves a new TNT shop. Now we're going to put this shop over in the shopping district, over here, and we find ourselves a nice little spot for it. So, other shops of ours, we've got our tough and deep slate shop there, stuff in the lighting shop over here. Yeah, that guy right there. Ouch. Although, maybe there's a opportunity here, because the path connects and there's more shops in this direction, slowly expanding out. I think there's probably an opportunity to get a prime bit of real estate here, or create a prime bit of real estate more than anything. A lot of this already has been created underwater here, so I think what we're probably going to do is recover some land from the sea and make ourselves a new platform on which to build. We are going to need to go underground a little bit, so a little one deep dirt platform on top of the water ain't going to cut it. We're going to really need to fill this in to do what I've got in mind here. So that's step 1. Let's make some new land and build a shop. out, we've got ourselves a bit of a TNT crater here. Just take a little bit of a step back. So something different, not necessarily a building. It's kind of an anti-building, if you will. It is a hole in the ground showing that maybe there was something here once, but it's been completely blown up by TNT. Yes. Isn't that cool? Something a little different, and I'm quite enjoying the way it looks. I've already dropped in a little bit of stock here, so we've got organic on the left, and that is selling for 9 diamond blocks, and we've got GMO TNT on the right side here. We've got 3 shulkers for that so far. That is 6 diamond blocks, and we're going to be putting some ordinary TNT GMO style back here as well for people who don't want to buy it by the shulker. But that's all we've got so far. Yeah, this stuff takes a lot of time and resources to craft. So every shulker contains, 5 stacks of sand, 4 stacks of gunpowder. So right there, 30 shulkers of sand have been used to make that amount of TNT so far. So yeah, we need to go get some more. Now, of course, the TNT factory we have made is designed to make shulkers, and it's paused right now because we're out of sand again. So I imagine there's probably some in the hopper, as it were. Not literally, but in the shulker that goes in here. There's probably some. So I'm thinking we can do that. Send that shulker around and see what we got. That might give us enough to put in, individual stacks of TNT into the stock. There we go. We just stocked that for 4 diamonds a stack of regular TNT at the back there. Very happy with that. I'm keeping a little bit on the side here just for ourselves, because we've got one last thing to do here. Once it stops raining, we're going to use this TNT to finish off this task for today. So, as we showed at the beginning of the episode, there is this old TNT shop here behind me. It's in this part of the shopping district that, isn't very active these days. The convenience store there is basically closed, and there's not much else around here any longer. And there's only enough room on this server for 1 TNT shop. So what do you think we're going to do? That's right, we're going to take it out the old-fashioned way. So there's no TNT in here anymore, it all sold. There is, I think they also sold gunpowder, and look, there's a lot of diamonds in here. 33, I think there's some over here. 4 over here. This was Flight Duration 1 rockets. Okay, we're not going to keep those. You know, they belong to someone who isn't here anymore, and it isn't right to repurpose those, so they're just going to go with the shop, I'm afraid. Oh boy, that was an accident. I just put it on the pressure plate. I wasn't ready. But it worked. Oh, I did accidentally take a little bit of Indy's shop over there. But yeah, that worked. I might need to do a little bit of terraforming. Didn't spot that pressure plate at the door there, or even realize that was going to set it off. Sorry, Indy, I'm going to fix your cactus right now. And just like that, about a shulker of dirt and some other materials later, we have repaired the gigantic hole in the ground. It's sort of terraformed and made to look tidy enough, and enough for someone to come along and do something with it. And we've also managed to fix Indy's cactus shop here. Sorry about that, Indy. Didn't mean to take a little bite out of your shop, but it's all back and good as new now, so we're all good. And we've got a fantastic TNT shop on the server, ready to start selling TNT. I think all I've got to do now is get back to collecting some sand, AFKing, and getting a bit more stock. As promised as well, we're going to be able to give you a little Relic Runner update. So, we have been competing in round 5, and I have released 2 uncut Relic Runner round 5 videos showing the 12 runs that I got for this round, because I'm now second on the leaderboard. I only got 12 keys, 12 runs, and yeah, we did pretty well. We're going to meet up with Vid now, and he is going to deliver us our prize, because we won. Yeah, we won round 5, and we are very happy about that. That should be another trophy in the bank. Mr. VidMC, Mr. VidMC.
Mr. Darkjaw. Hi, how are you?
I am well, and I am winning, apparently.
Yeah, you actually did phenomenally in round 5. You're one of the few people who are still actually like really giving it their all in the game, and I'm really excited that you have submitted over 2,700 coins.
Yes.
Almost 1,000 points more than the person who came in second place
Whoa.
in round 5, and that means, of course, you're gonna get another one of these, which is the round winner trophy.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, and not only that, but you can also have one of these.
Thank you.
That's your extra prize. And I have one other thing for you as well, which I think is probably like gonna be the best thing that you receive in this round. As you may or may not know, the rare cards are gonna start being released once we open up levels 2 and 3 and beyond. And I wanted to make sure that you had what I think is probably going to be your favorite card.
Oh my goodness,
because
this is exciting. This is a new card.
You and I have talked about this along. It's a brand new card, never before released. There it is right there.
What? It's got an indie on it. It's a rare.
It looks like indie. It does look like indie a little bit, but it's not actually indie.
Surge of Power.
Adventure.
Quick draw 2 more cards.
Yeah, it's the quick draw card.
That is awesome.
So basically, you stick that in your deck and bang, you just get 2 cards quick drawn for you. So like they could be treasure cards, they could be other cards. I don't know, it's kind of a cool card.
Oh, it's not even a one-time use. It's
not. This is a full-time permanent card. So I don't know. Maybe you'll find a use for it. Maybe you stick it in your deck. Maybe you don't.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Cards coming up faster and we could collect several of these. It will work if we stack them like up to 3.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can put 3 cards, 3 of those in your deck, just like any other card. Now, of course, the downside is, if you put 3 in your deck, they could hypothetically all be drawn at the same time, right? Because then you quick draw, and then you'd get the other quick draw card, and it could be one of your quick draw cards.
That's also fine though, because then they will just
be another
as long as there's cards to draw, then I mean.
Yeah, it'll burn through your deck.
Yeah, that's fine. That's exactly what I'm waiting for half the time, so that's perfect. Oh my.
Exactly. So there you go.
But I guess it could also backfire, right? So if I'm, it could like make all of my Mad dashes, right? That's the ones that if they all go off like before I'm ready for them, that could also backfire. Exactly. So it's a bit risky, but it could pay off. Interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. So hopefully you find some use in that. Hopefully you enjoy it. And looking forward to seeing what you could bring to round 2 or level 2, whatever we call it.
Level 2, round 6.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. I can't wait until things open again and getting back into it. Thank you for the trophy. I'm going to go take that now and put it in my my little area to display proudly.
Enjoy.
Thanks so much. See you later.
See ya.
Awesome. So there we have it. 2 trophies. Let's bask in our glory here, and hopefully we can extend the number of these that we're going to get as the game continues. And there won't be too much more Relic running for the immediate future because it is temporarily closed. Vid is working on adding the 2nd level to Relic Runner, so this is going to double the size of the map, and there's going to be a whole bunch of other new changes coming along with it, so we're very much looking forward to that, and competitive play will resume in a couple of weeks. Stay tuned. So it's back to the desert for me to do a bit more mining. We're going to get some more sand and take all that back to base in order for us to do some more AFK time at the TNT factory. All that's left to do is say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give us a like. If you want to see more, then please subscribe. And we'll see you all next time. Take care for now. Bye-bye.